Warren Fiscal Court, Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. It's now called to order. I want to welcome everyone, and particularly this morning, Esquire Ron Cummings is going to offer prayer and lead us in a pledge immediately following. Esquire Cummings.
Thank you, Judge. Pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, we just thank you for today, Lord. We thank you for all your good gifts of life. We thank you for Warren County. Lord, today I want to come to you and pray for these gentlemen and ladies who work and serve for the citizens of Warren County. May you have blessings on them and their family. Pray protection over all of them. Lord, as we go through this meeting and we discuss the business and the duties we have of serving the citizens of Warren County, we want to play particularly on us to make wise decisions, to make just decisions, Lord, and to always give you honor and glory in everything that we do. Lord, thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, who sent him to die for our sins, Lord. And may we, all that we do, we give you honor and glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. Rise. Face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
James. All righty, please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Here.
Esquire Lawrence.
Here.
Esquire Gorman.
Here.
Esquire Payne.
Here.
Esquire Young.
Here.
Esquire Cummings.
Here.
Okay. Need to approve the minutes for the fiscal court meeting of June 25th, 2021. Do I have a motion by Esquire Cummings, second by Esquire Young? Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Before we proceed with the agenda items, we've got a couple of things that we really want to take care of. Number one, Chris, do you want to go first here, my friend?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Judge, letting us come to court today. Magistrates, here with me is Brenda Petty. As you all know, Brenda Petty has been with the Warren County Parks and Recreation Department going on 28 years. Brenda, when I first started 20 plus years ago, when I first started 20 plus years ago, it was Brenda and Phil, and I think we met at Bob Evans. And we had a conversation. And in working with Brenda through the grace of Phil and through fiscal court and you, Judge, we've been able to do some amazing things. And Brenda has been our park manager since the regional parks were built. She has managed Michael Buchanan Park. She has seen the original fourplex and then the add-on, the new four fields several years ago. And then she has been involved directly with girls softball at the local level, state level, national level throughout her career. And it's kind of a sad moment, but kind of a cool moment because Brenda's got some cool stuff planned in her next journey. But we wanted to recognize Brenda today for her years of service. And so for that, I'd like to present Brenda with the plaque. She is the first one to receive our new plaque. And there's only a couple of 20 plus years left at the department. So with our sincere appreciation, Warren County Parks and Recreation recognizes Brenda Petty with this plaque in recognition for her dedication, her hard work, encouragement, guidance, positive impact on employees, children, families, and the community of Warren County. And we will always cherish her commitment. Signed for 28 years of solid, dedicated service, not only to Warren County Parks and Recreation Department, but to Warren County Fiscal Court, Warren County government, and the youth and families of Warren County. So with that, Brenda, I'd like to present the plaque to you, and thank you so much.
I'd like to thank the judge and Phil Moore for hiring me to give me the honor to work. And then Chris had to come in and put up with me too. Judge, thank you so much. I appreciate everything you all have done. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Y'all want to come up here and photograph here, Brenda?
I'm taking the campaign vote.
Yes. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got it. That's fantastic. And your last day is when? Brenda, when's your last day? Next Friday? Next Thursday.
Brandon, someone want to chase you?
Well, thank you, sir, for everything you've done.
Thank you.
Chris, you're going to stick around and introduce?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Really appreciate again Brenda's service with our recreation department. She's been pivotal in creating the programs that we've offered there. With that being said, moving into our next thing, I'm really excited about this. On the screen, you have two of the most energetic partner-related young ladies that I've been able to work with. And on there is Leah Sperlin. She is our project manager for Warren County Parks and Rec. Courtney Stevens. Courtney does it all. I think she's got about 20 different titles at the library, and she is absolutely amazing to work with. And so I want, if you all don't mind, I want Leah and Courtney to go over a program that started out back pre-COVID as Rec on the Run, and I'm not going to spill the beans, so I'm going to let them present what they have created and worked on this year. So Courtney and Leah, it's yours.
All right, this is Leah. I just want to thank you, Judge and Fiscal Court, for the chance to share about this amazing program. Back in 2019, we launched a summer program called Mobile Rec on the Run. Our team consisted of 3 hired staff that the Warren County Board of Education hired, several volunteers from Living Hope, and a variety of our park staff. Our mission was to bring recreation to kids in communities where they couldn't make it to a park for one reason or another. Our team was followed by we followed the county schools feeding bus and the Little Learners bus. And we visited 6 communities and 1 county park. We would go out for 2 days a week for 8 weeks. In that time, we provided recreation to about 600 kids throughout the summer. Some of the challenges that we experienced were language barriers and just a lack of staff. We weren't able to visit that many locations. Last year, building up to the summer, we partnered with some amazing organizations, including the Warren County Public Library, Warren County Board of Education, Soki Marketplace, and several other organizations. And we came up with a cooperative summer plan. Thrive became the umbrella name for this group. However, we weren't able to go out in the summer because of COVID. This summer, because of COVID, the county parks, we weren't able to hire any staff to work the program. So we partnered with the Warren County Public Library. Courtney worked her magic, and through a lot of hard work came up with a crazy schedule. She hired translators, teachers, and a really good staff. Our part of the summer was to provide recreation equipment and the use of several of our parks. The overall plan for Thrive in the future is kind of using this summer as a blueprint to see what communities are in need of these services and how Thrive can grow in the future. Courtney is going to explain some of how the system is working so far and basically what the results are from each of the locations.
Hi, Courtney.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I think your microphone's off.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. It has been an amazing summer, and there's still several more weeks to go, which is exciting because you're looking at locations. You're going to see stats in just a second. Leah has a slide on that. And as you all know, I mean, stats tell this much of the story. The people and the kids that you end up affecting that's where the real story is. So for us to be able to do pop-up libraries or Thrive when we're all together has been a really amazing experience. So the way works is now we have, it's a 5-day-a-week program. We have 13 people that trade in and out to provide leadership in this. That's 4 teachers, 9 students. 2 of the students are translators. 2 of them come from the communities that we're actually working with, which is exciting. It's exciting to see a kid from Lee Point be hired by the library and out there translating and going to other communities and reaching out. We do, bubbles, games, giveaways. Next week, we're giving away books, which is really exciting. And when Leah talks about providing equipment, for instance, we've got water guns for everyone, squirt toys. And so the 2 of us are gonna hop in a van and throw in the coolers and fill up water guns. And as it gets hot in July, we'll be able to play and enjoy all the kids and let them leave with something as well. I think that you're seeing these stats, and you can already tell the impact. And just being able to put resources into this, whether it's buying bubbles or sidewalk chalk or books or fuel or whatever, the numbers speak for themselves. And we're going to be able to also do this throughout, take this beyond the summer and do it every other Saturday, as well as on Wednesday afternoons after school, so we can keep these relationships with these students going. I just would like to say one last thing. Special thank you to all of the partners who have made this happen this summer. There's the nutrition programs from both the city and the county have been amazing. The family resource coordinators from the city and the county have been amazing. We've had local volunteer groups like the I Stroll Moms. They come out to Griffin Park and help lead. Soki Marketplace spent a week on the road with us, sharing like a big bag of dirt and letting kids do all this sensory stuff, which was amazing. We've worked with the Geo Center as well as the International Center, and so Sister Anne Marie has been out with us, Spacey has been out with us. Just so many people have come together to make this a really special program, and it's exciting about what we can do this year and what the data will lead us to do in the future. So thank you all so much for letting us share and for being a part of this with us.
I agree. Chris?
No, just again, Judge, I just want to thank Courtney and Leah and all the community partners for supporting the program. As I mentioned before, those are 2 of the finest, most dedicated individuals I think you would find anywhere, not just within Warren County, but in this region, that truly have the young people, the families, the overall community in mind when it comes to offering quality recreational services to little people that can't get to us for various reasons. And through their partnerships and their dedication, their commitment, and just their working together, the ability to see Courtney and Leah and the entire team work together, and just the positivity, the emotion behind what they're doing makes it just completely fun to watch. And I'm able to watch from kind of the outside looking in because we've got that talent and we've got those community partners. So again, Courtney and Leah, excellent job, and thank you so much for all that you and everyone's doing. And Judge, thank you for letting us present to court today.
Thank you so much, Chris, and thank you, Leah. I appreciate everything that you and Courtney are doing and all of the other partners, but I know you all, the heavy lifting is on you all, and I appreciate the work that you all do coordinating this program. It means a lot to a lot of kids throughout our community. Thank you. Okay. We need to approve the work schedule for the Warren County Road Department.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, we need to approve the personnel changes, Warren County.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence. Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Item number 7 and 8 are kind of, I think maybe they were done originally in a single ordinance, but this is like I want to say it's a 2-year extension. It's not a 2-year extension. It's a change in the ownership.
No, I don't think so.
Pardon me?
No, not anymore, I don't think. It's
You don't
Mr.
think so
Johnson.
anymore?
It's Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you're on here. You want to go ahead and kind of lay this out for us, please, sir?
Yes, Judge, thank you. You're right. Initially, we thought we'd do just one big resolution for both projects, but it appears that it's simpler for financing purposes to do 2 separate ones. But both are essentially the same. Basically, this is just a refinancing. It's going to allow the developer to refinance his debt, and I presume I haven't seen the numbers, get a better deal. But the problem is that two previous bonds, which were approved in 2013, at this point have matured and need to be refinanced, and that's given them the opportunity to do that. So this is basically an economic deal, economic stimulus type of project, allowing the companies to get somewhat of a better deal. A couple of points to bring to your attention. Number one, it will in fact help retain jobs, some 50 to 60 jobs. Number two, it will preserve and enhance the tax base or tax revenue so that you continue receiving the occupational tax. Number three, in 2023, the current pilot that the companies have signed will expire, and property tax will then take effect at that stage of the game for all of the taxing districts, the county, the city, everyone else. So that does increase the tax base in that regard. But number four, the bonds themselves, these refinancing type bonds, although I'm not calling them refinancing bonds, will last for only 2 years. They'll a little over 2 years. They will expire December 31st, 2023. Number five, there is no liability to the county. These are pure revenue bonds under KRS Chapter 58. We will sell them in accordance with the procedures established by Chapter 58. The county has no obligation, no liability. This is not a general debt, no taxes, etc. Which is pretty standard, Judge and members of the court. And last, essentially what you're permitting is to allow the companies to benefit from a refinancing, restructuring of their debt. Judge, I hope that explains everything. It would say this is an economic development type of project. That's what's related to for the benefit of everyone.
Okay.
Are they utilizing this bond? I guess I'm a little confused because it's changed since the last time I had talked to somebody about it, but they're using this bond as a conduit until they can get permanent financing from a bank. Is that what they're doing? I'm a little confused.
No.
I'm sorry.
You want to let Mr. Brooks, I think
Maybe.
he represents
I'm
the...
confused. It's just changed since the last time I talked about it.
It has. Two things. Number one, the original bonds were industrial revenue bonds, but in order to refinance them, it would have required some additional steps in hearing that I did not think was necessary or appropriate. That's number one. So yes, they're different in that regard.
Okay.
They are not different in the sense of liability because there is none.
Right.
Number three, we did anticipate that the Industrial Development Authority might issue the bonds. But as I looked at it a little bit closer, I realized that the property is in the name of the county, and we'd have to go through and change the pilot agreement, which we didn't want to do because it expires in 2023. We didn't want to take any further steps of like transferring the property out. It just seemed simpler, Amy, at that stage of the game that we just do the revenue bond issue. void the hearing and go from that perspective.
Okay.
Is that responsive to your question?
Yes, I think so. And so it expires in 23, right? Do these bonds and the pilot expire in 23?
Yes, they do.
Okay, that's what yes, thank you. That answers my question. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any additional questions on, or I haven't read this yet, but I'll do that for your all's entertainment. But if there are any questions on these, please let me know. But item number 7 is to approve Resolution 2120, a resolution of the County of Warren, Kentucky, authorizing and approving the issuance of Warren County, Kentucky taxable revenue bond in the aggregate principal amount not to exceed $10.5 million, proceeds of which shall be used to finance economic development, including creation and retention of jobs and reducing unemployment, authorizing and approving an amendment and restated lease agreement, amendments to the payment in lieu of taxes agreement, mortgage, and such other documents, certificates, and agreements, and/or actions necessary or required for the issuance of the bond and the financing of the project.
Motion.
We have a motion to approve. Second, motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Item number 8. Approve Resolution 2121, a resolution of the County of Warren, Kentucky, authorizing and approving the issuance of Warren County, Kentucky taxable revenue bond in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $6 million, the proceeds of which shall be used to finance economic development, including creation and retention of jobs and reducing unemployment, authorizing and approving an amended and restated lease agreement, amendments to the payment in lieu of taxes agreement, mortgage, and other such documents, certificates, and agreements, and/or actions necessary or required for the issuance of the bond and the financing of the project. We have a motion to approve by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence. Yes, ma'am. Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Brooks, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
Judge.
Item number 9 is to approve Order 2113, appointing Billy Joe Simmons as Warren County Road Supervisor. This is replacing Jerry Young, who recently retired.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am. Good hire.
He's a good guy. Item number 10 is to approve second and final reading of ordinance 2138, rezoning property at 0 Boyce Fairview Road and 0 Woodburn Allen Springs Road, beside and behind the Boyce General Store, from agriculture to residential estate containing approximately 5.68 acres and presently owned by Joseph Scott Rippey and Jerry D. and Sheila Hester.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Lawrence. Second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 11 is to approve second and final reading of ordinance 2139, rezoning property located at 635 Rich Pond Rockville Road from agriculture to residential estate containing approximately 2.62 acres and presently owned by David Kay and Terry Perkerson.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings,
Second.
second by Squire Payne. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 12 is to approve second and final reading of ordinance 2140, rezoning a tract of land located at 07134, 7168, and 7208 Russell Road from agriculture, residential estate, and highway business to general business and planned unit development, and presently owned by the estate of Perney Price and Gemstone Property Development LLC.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Cummings and second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 13 is to approve the determination to Amazon in the amount of $1,089.24 for an LK water fountain for the Warren County Justice Center. There are 3 quotes received, and this is the lowest and best quote.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Payne, second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions?
James, I want to see $1,000 water fountain. So I just, when you get installed, make sure you call me. I want to come down and see what a
Yes, sir.
$1,000 water fountain
Yes,
looks like.
sir.
Amen.
This is, I assume, an AOC shared expense, James?
We won't know. We'll apply it and see if they will reimburse us, but we'll just have to wait and see what they do.
I think it's one of those, due to COVID, isn't it because of COVID and you're using, and it's a water
Correct.
bottle refill?
Correct.
And
Correct.
isn't it more than one?
Right now, it's just one.
Just one, okay, ooh, yeah, that is expensive. Okay, yeah, but we had to do that because we couldn't utilize the water fountains during COVID. And so this allows, you've seen them, I'm
Yes.
sure, at different places, and it just refills your water bottle. Thank you.
Thank you.
No shared water fountains, no buffets, it just
Yeah.
it's messed up everything.
Okay, I'm fine with both of those. Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 14 is to approve Roy Hunter CPA to perform Warren County's 2020-2021 audit at a cost of $25,450. This is the same price they charged us last year.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Young. Discussion, questions?
Is this something that we have to put out for bids?
I don't think we have to put it out for bid, but we do put it out just as a matter of practice. They're professional services, but in order to get the best quotes, we do put it out and get quotes from a number of different people. But professional services like lawyers, you don't have to put that out for bid. CPAs and you don't have to, but it's to our benefit to do it. It's to the taxpayers' benefit to do it. Every 4 years, the state does it. They'll charge us 4 times that much because they can. I shouldn't say that.
You already have.
That's what I'm afraid. But that's the truth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, do we have a motion and a second?
Yes, sir.
Let's call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Okay, item number 15 is to approve Order 2112, appointing Phyllis Causey to the Council of Aging at the Brad. Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Let's call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings?
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 16 is to approve a determination in the amount of $10,665 to Toadvine Enterprises for 2 scoreboards for White Park. The existing one only worked for a short period of time and before it quit, and it costs more to fix than to buy a new one. And this is a KPC contract price. Do you want to follow up on that?
Yes, sir. These are the original, these are 2 of the original scoreboards from when the facility was built. We've moved to LED boards. These old boards have control panels that are removable. Unfortunately, at the last, several weeks ago at the Little League District Tournament, we had some scoreboard issues with these 2 older boards. We've sent off and replaced the brains 2 or 3 times, and the boards are just worn out. So these will be moving to a better wireless connection type of system with these new LED boards.
Motion.
We have a motion to approve with Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions?
Judge, this
Yes,
is
sir.
not related to the scoreboards, even though I was there when the scoreboards failed. I just want to thank Chris and the Parks Department. We hosted the tournament and the state tournament at Ephraim White this year. The Little League tournament.
State's starting this weekend,
Yeah, state started this weekend, and
this coming.
I was at every game. I mean, every day, not every game, but every day, Judy and I were there. Not just watching the kids, but a grandson play in the All-Stars and the tournament too, but how many comments I received because of the park and the condition and the way everything was run, and great job.
It has everything to do with the park staff, Zachary Johnson, Adam Carmen, Alan Montgomery, Clinton Houck, and the entire park supervisor, park attendant team. They're the ones behind the scenes getting every bit of it done. And I'm kind of biased. I think we have 70 plus of the best parks professionals anywhere in the state of Kentucky. In those tournaments, it shows. And they're the ones that are doing it and deserve the recognition. They're great.
So that tournament starts Saturday,
That's right, 7 days of baseball.
7 days, yeah. State tournament, that's pretty special to have it there.
That's cool.
Esquire McWhorter?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings?
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 17 is to approve the termination in the amount of $60,907.91 to Brown Equipment, single source provider for a remote control mower, 60-inch Generation 2 model. This remote mower is used for the steepest of slopes where you don't need a rider on a 45-degree slope, let's say, for the I-65 beautification project. And there are a lot of those areas out there that you don't want to put an employee on those type of slopes. But with these remote controls, first of all, they sit really low, and they're very heavy, so they don't turn over that easily. That's not to say they can't, because any tractor or dozer or anything can turn over, but they're less likely to turn over. And I know Chris has video of the demonstrations out there. It's pretty amazing.
We've tried 3 of these units. The first unit, we've tried to break all of them. So The first unit, we tore up pretty good, had some issues. We tried another unit out of county that weighed about 1,500 more pounds than the current unit that you see here. This is the next generation of the first unit that we demoed. We basically tore this thing up and it didn't tear up, so it was a good thing. Held all the slopes. We can put, this can actually be controlled within about 300 feet, so you could be at this podium 300 feet away, mow on a hillside, and then the piece that we really are going to enjoy is on the shoulders of exit 26, 22, 28 that are real close to the roadway there that you see the high grass. Last week we had our first incidence of a piece of rock going out from one of our other trimmers and nicking a car on a drive-by that was going by. So this piece of equipment will enable us to have a operator in the vehicle going behind the mower going along these tight shoulder areas that are adjacent to the roadway. It has a protective shield on it, both front and sides. So as we are mowing these areas right on the I-65 shoulder, onto the ramps, off to the ramps, we'll be able to have our operator, DOT compliant truck with all the emergency equipment, and then be able to operate the mower at the same time as we're driving. It keeps the employee safer, gives high visibility, and we don't physically have a person out in that high-risk area of oncoming and outgoing traffic.
Is this mower also able to be GPS controlled, like you said on auto, and mow 100 square feet or 1,000 square feet, you know?
This mower is not, cannot do that. There are mowers out there that do that. This mower does have a camera. So as we're going up a slope, or if we're in an area that we have holes, which both exit 26 and 22 do have that. We've been dealing with a Cody problem, as you all may or may not know, on exit 22. And so we're able to go in areas that may be a little bit too steep or too dangerous for our employees, be able to go in there, see it, mow it, take it down, and do what we got to do. So.
Was it exit 22 where you did the first mowing and you ran into like 5 coyotes?
Exit 22 has a healthy coyote family that lives in the drainage pipes underneath the exit ways.
Have we talked to Master Lawrence about his plans for the coyotes?
We're restricted by state law on our removal process, so we're working with a company to remove coyotes, and I believe that they have all been relocated.
He'd be the low bidder.
I was going to say, was that put out for bid?
Coyotes have been safely relocated.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
And technically,
In Edmonson County.
we're splitting this cost to the city too, right? This is part
Well,
of
we
our-
hope so. Yeah, we sure as hell hope so. We plan on splitting this with them and the CVB.
Right.
You said we removed the coyotes. Did we do anything to keep that from happening again as far as the pipes are concerned?
That's in talking with our partners at the state highways. Our method of the removal is all that's been done up to this point. So there, as of today, there's no other plan other than if we see them when they come out, they're aggressive towards our staff. We have a way of removing them to another location.
Yeah, we'd rather get rid of them than confront them each time we're out there.
Yeah. Maybe we could put an accessory.
Have a motion to approve?
That would
Squire
eliminate.
Lawrence, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the
Esquire
roll.
Porter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Item number 18 is to make part of the record certificate of liability insurance for Kenway Contracting, Inc. If there are no objections, that is hereby ordered into the record. Item number 19 is to approve emergency determination in the amount of $6,300 to Comfort Systems USA for a new HVAC unit at Buchanan Park, and this is at the lower complex.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 20 is to approve first reading of ordinance 2141, establishing Upper Ridge Court, Valley Point Court, Tammy Way, and Dunbarton Avenue located in Scottish Manor 1 and 2 subdivision as county roads and authorizing maintenance thereon and setting speed limits thereon. Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 21 is to approve the 211 report for June of 2021.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions?
The numbers keep rising. I just figured after COVID, this would start to go down, but they seem to be going up.
I think people are
Jeez.
understandably spreading the word that they are a resource for information.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire
Yes,
Lawrence.
ma'am.
Esquire Gorman. Esquire Payne. Esquire
ma'am.
Young. Esquire
Yes, ma'am.
Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 22 is to approve the amendment to the HVAC preventative maintenance agreement, adding additional locations to the agreement. This is through Buchanan Park, both complexes, Moore Park Gym and complex with, and White Park all, at a cost of $7,125 annually.
So move.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Young. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Approve first reading of ordinance 2142, rezoning property located at 0 Lodge Hall Road, portion approximately 0.4 miles from Nina Miller Road and approximately 0.49 miles from Thrickle Ferry Road, from agriculture to residential estate containing approximately 7 plus or minus acres and presently owned by Handy Homes LLC.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young. Second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we have to approve the determination in the amount of $14,350 for the yearly software management subscription to Dude Solutions for the SmartGov, which is used for the building, electrical, and code enforcement departments. And,
Motion.
okay, we have a motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Josh believes this to be a real advantage to them in coordinating all their services, and they've done a remarkable job of updating the road department as well in regard to daily reporting and record keeping. And Josh, do you want to add anything to that?
I can, or Nikki can. You know, we've been very happy with the data side that SmartGov does. It's a complex system, but it does a lot of things that we didn't have the capability of doing previously. And as with any software company, they update every so many years. And so we're looking at moving to their new pricing list where you're buying modules. And so what we're getting with SmartGov is building permits. What we're getting is code enforcement, as well as all our work orders, which are used by stormwater and the road department. We also can track our citizen requests, so we know where we've been multiple times, and we can start seeing trends and things. So there's a lot of advantage to it. And unfortunately, everything now is subscription based, and this is just one of those. But yes, we are very happy with the product we've got from it.
Just to clarify real quick, this is just for smart urban, not for the wastewater or road department, stormwater, that type of stuff. This is just for the building permit, electrical. I think we did the other one at the last.
I don't know who that was, but
It
was Nikki? Oh, okay. You're not on here, Nikki, as far as,
she's on vacation.
pardon me?
She's on vacation.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
I'm on vacation, so I don't have my screen in the background. I just needed to pop in.
okay. Well, I'm glad you were on here, but it just kind of puzzled me. I didn't see you on here at all anywhere, and usually you're the first face that pops on every time. But thank you for joining in. I hope you're having a good vacation. Okay. Any other questions?
Esquire McWhorter?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, item number 25 is to grant authority to advertise for a bid for the Household Hazardous Waste Day, and this is paid for through Stormwater Management. Motion by Squire Gorman, second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, item number 26 is to approve determination in the amount of $10,500 to Miracle Recreation. This is a Cape Kentucky price contract vendor for a new pirate structure for the Paradise Playground. The old structure has broken handles, and it could cause potential risk to injury to kids. And Mr. Comer, do you want to tell us about what's happened to this pirate?
Yes, sir. We have, as you all know, Paradise Playground is our largest playground within the county system. We have a very fun, cool dinosaur that we've had for a long time. As you know, Paradise Playground has a pirate theme, kind of a sea theme. So we've got to remove the dinosaur because the dinosaur is completely worn out. There is a very fun, exciting, child-friendly pirate that will fit in great with our playground structures. It keeps with the pirate theme. We've got the lake there, so we think it's a good investment long-term to add this addition that the kids can climb on, have fun on, and it will remove the dinosaur. So,
And I want to publicly thank Tom Lawrence for being the model for the Pirates. So
I'm
thank you,
always willing
Tom.
to help out any way I can.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
I move that we accept this.
I have a motion by Squire McWhorter to approve this expense for Miracle Recreation, and second by Squire Young. Any other questions or discussion? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings?
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 27 is to approve change order in the amount of $310 per week to Immaculate Cleaning Service Contract to clean the Drug Task Force building. This is once weekly, and Public Works building twice weekly, formerly the old P&Z building on State Street.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or question? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings?
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 28 is to grant authority to advertise for an administrative assistant for Public Works, and this is a replacement to fill a vacated position.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 29 is to grant authority to advertise for various road department positions.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Payne, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes,
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 30 is to approve emergency determination in the amount of $4,909 to Scotty's Contracting and Stone LLC for asphalt patching on Witt Road due to pavement failure.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young,
Second.
second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 31 is to approve order of allowance to the Board of Assessment Appeals in the amount of $250.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 32 is to approve amendment to the seeding and fertilization contract in the amount of $4,094.88 to Lawn Doctor due to unforeseen rises in the price of seed for the Parks Department.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Gorman. Second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 33 is to approve change order number 14 to Scott Murphy and Daniel in the amount of $20,296 for patching the pavement near the on-site job trailer at Buchanan Park.
Yes, sir.
What
This is-
happened there?
This is the main roadway coming in off of Nashville Road. When we designed the initial building, the original gym, we had the same asphalt failures at the front entranceway of the park because of the 200-plus concrete trucks and just weight of equipment being brought in, brought out. We had to do the similar thing at the front entrance, and so we reinforced that when the original gym was built. Unfortunately, based on the years of use, right, of that entranceway, we've got substantial breaks of asphalt and base all throughout that front section, going from about 300 yards in from the front entrance all the way up to the entrance points, all the way up to the construction trailer where it's currently located. Being able to approve this change order will enable us to reinforce those spots, to make sure that those areas don't continue to break, and at some point in the very near future, we would have to address it to correct and repair. We feel that this is a required change order to make sure that as we put the new building online, we continue to book and have good participation at the existing, and then the foreseeable utilization of the new facility, that we need to go ahead and make these repairs.
So are we pretty much done with the heavy trucks coming in and out now?
All the concrete is done, yes, sir. All the inside interior flooring is poured. A lot of landscaping. Scotty's, based on weather, should get the main lots completely done within the next several weeks. And then that is all the heavy equipment that will be moved in and out. We will have some tractor trailer trucks that will be bringing in the hardware for all of our retractable goal systems, et cetera, the netting, different things like that. But the actual heavy-duty concrete trucks, all the interior pours, all that will be concluded here within the next several weeks.
So this work will probably be done then after any heavy-duty stuff's coming in?
We wanted to see how much damage was going to be caused during the time of the heavy weighted stuff coming in, and we feel confident that this repair can take place when they're doing the parking lot final base. They'll be on site. It'll make sense to do it then, and we waited till all the heavy equipment was going to be out.
Motion.
Okay, we have a motion to approve by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 34 is to approve change order number 15 to Scott Murphy Daniel in the amount of $36,728 for a change of grade piping and rock at the new multi-use facility.
Yes, sir. On this change order, what happened is on the existing building, from the time that building was built until current time, there was drainage pipes that were corrugated that were coming off of all the downspouts that were actually draining water, not intentionally, but because of the slope and the design of the original building onto a third party's property. What we wanted to do is with the addition of the new building, all of that downspouts, et cetera, will be flowed into a newly built drainage system that will take that water away from that property. What this will do is this will enable us to connect to that same system. We'll still be able to have the asphalt road behind the buildings for maintenance, and then also for fire access in the event, if we ever did have a fire. And then it will also shore up that north wall, basically, that leads to the erosion issues that we've had and the excess water issue we've had on that third party's property. This will enable us to mitigate all that and put that into the new and existing system that we have.
Motion by Squire Gorman, Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Any discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm glad you're here today, Chris. This is to approve change order number 16 to Scott Murphy Daniel in the amount of $10,615 for his seal coating and striping for Buchanan Gym lot, as well as the temporary and new lot of the multi-use facility.
Yes, sir. What this will do is this will enable us to, when the new tennis facility multi-purpose building lot is complete, this will enable us to have both lots matching. So currently the existing lot, a lot of the parking lot lines have been worn out over the years. We have some cracking within the original parking lot because of excessive usage. This will enable from a footprint standpoint to, as you come in from the left side of the park all the way behind the existing gym, to have a matched base and matched parking spots that people can actually see for events moving forward. So this was actually on our capital improvement project list, separate from this project that was submitted. And so we wanted to expedite this once the new tennis facility is complete. We thought it would be a strategic time to do it because we'll have all the players there to get the project done. So we kind of pushed that forward.
Okay. No
So
questions? Motion by Squire McWhorter to approve the change order number 16. Second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, item number 36 is to approve 2021 Waste Tire Trust Fund Grant Report and authorize Judge Executive to sign all related documents for reimbursement of the remaining funds. This is no cost to the Warren County General Fund.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Payne. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Brenda. Okay. Item number 37 is to grant authority to re-advertise request for proposals for the acceptance and collection of disposal of scrap tires collected or in connection with the litter abatement education program, Kentucky Pride Illegal Open Dump Cleanup Programs. Didn't get a single bid. So we need to re-advertise it. If you have a motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Lawrence, discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes,
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Next item is to approve the claims. The treasurer, please present the claims to court.
General Fund, $1,954,950. Road Fund, $158,881. Jail Fund, $378,827. Stormwater Fund, $53,183. Grant Fund, $24,999. And LGA Fund, $196,724. Do you have to answer any questions?
Make a motion, we pay the claims as submitted.
Motion by Squire Young.
Second.
Second by Squire Gorman to approve claims as submitted. Any discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence. Yes, ma'am. Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes,
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sheriff Hightower. How are you, sir?
Good, Judge. How about yourself?
Good, good, good.
Excellent. I just got one thing here. The sheriff's office is going fine. We appreciate everybody's continued support. We do have an upcoming fundraiser event. I'll pass one out for each of you. And I've talked about this briefly, but this is just kind of to do two things. One is to raise some funds for the Sheriff's Ranch. We send children from this community there every year, other than last year with COVID. And then kind of a tip the hat to Sheriff Gaines for his many years of service. So if nothing else, the reason to be there is because our Honorable Amy Milliken will be presenting that night. So just come out and support her, but we have several others that will be presenting that evening. So that's August the 5th, Hillview Heights Church. They've been gracious to open up their doors at no cost, so minimize all cost, and everything will go towards the ranch. So
What time?
It's 6 o'clock, August the 5th, Hillview Heights. And so all the information is contained within those packets. So tell your friends, family, everybody else, come on out and support a good cause. And so we've got a couple things to give out to Sheriff Gaines that night as well. And so it should be a good evening. Just not really a roast, just a toast.
Should be.
Yeah, he thinks it's a roast.
It better be.
Because that's what he told me, because I said, I can't wait, I'm gonna tell about, how long we worked together and how, and all this, and he goes, oh, no, no, no.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna roast you, is what he said to me. And I
Oh,
said,
no.
All right. That changes everything.
It should be good, though.
It'll be
It should be
fun.
good, so invite everybody out there. I've got plenty more of these to pass out, so
He'll make it fun.
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hey, I got a question for you. I know we had the Camaro Fest in this past week. I'm just curious. I know it's a much smaller scale than some of the other ones we do, but any incidences?
We didn't have any major incidents.
Did the road work good?
Everything went fine with that. So as we always do, we prepare for each of these events, and the culmination is always in the fall at the big one, the Holly Fest.
Yeah.
And so we look forward to this year, and with last year not really being as large as it could have been with COVID, we anticipate a pretty big crowd coming, which is good for Warren County. Brings in a lot of revenue, fills up the hotels, all the eating facilities. So looking forward to that as well. So
That's the LS Fest. That's
LS
September
Fest.
17th.
10th and 11th.
yeah.
Pardon me?
It's the 10th and 11th.
10th and 11th?
That's what?
I'm pretty sure. September.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
All right.
I'm about positive. I'll tell you why here in a second. No rooms, no nothing to take. So.
All right.
All right. Thank you all.
Hey, thank you. County Clerk, Ms. Yates, are you on here? Oh, there you are.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, well, thank you, Lynette. She just talked to
En
the
route
hand.
to somewhere, so thank you very much. I'm going to get back to driving.
All righty, thank you.
Do we have any,
Be safe, drive safe. Keep your eye on the road.
do we have any updates on the problem we're having with the, the computers from the state as far as registering cars?
She's off now.
I think she's already.
Gone.
Ms. Yates, you're gone, aren't you? Are you on there?
She's gone.
I wish we could have gotten that, but, okay. Jailer Harmon,
Thank you, Judge.
everything great?
I don't know if it's great, Judge, but everybody's good. Could definitely be worse.
All righty.
He's in jail.
All you have to do is keep the door locked.
That's right, Judge. That's what Sheriff Gaines told me. Be the easiest job in the world. Keep the door locked. I'll definitely be at the roast. I'm hoping for an opportunity to speak myself. I wasn't invited, but I may get up there and say something bad about him anyway.
I understand. I think you should be invited.
I think since I have the microphone, I should roast both of you. What do you think?
It's always payback, Ms. Miller.
A whole lot of room.
Mr. Comer, do you have anything else you'd like to share?
Surely not.
Mr. Moore?
He's back in the room now.
Oh, you snuck in. What the heck, man? You can. What about the bids on the trash? Do you know when is that something I should be asking Nikki or Stan or?
They should go out within the next week to 10 days. Still getting a lot of questions, but I think he's getting it finalized and is probably going to send it out to a few of us to approve before it is distributed.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a lot of questions, so I was just wanting to try to find out so I could respond appropriately to the people who are asking about it. All righty.
How are you feeling today?
Okay. Mr. Pearson cannot be here. Travis, how are you, sir?
Good morning, Judge. Thank you.
Anything you want to report on?
No, sir. Nothing to report this morning.
All righty. Mr. Loving, are you on here? Don't see Tommy. Miss Lewis? Susan? They're really busy upstairs, so I'm sure she's left us, but we appreciate her hard work. Mr. Appling?
Morning, Judge. The only thing I have to report is we only opened up back up to the public. You get on the elevator and come on up to the contractor's license board, should you have business.
All righty. Thank you. Mr. Peterson, are you on? I see you.
I am. Yeah. Thank you, Judge. I have nothing.
You look better with all that hair.
Yeah.
Mr. Markram.
Thank you, Judge. They are planning on trying to seal and stripe the courthouse parking lot and the parking lot on the corner of 11th and State, as well as the big one at the Justice Center this weekend, weather permitting.
When you say as well as the big one, are you talking about the one that's near the old high school?
No, it's actually the biggest one attached to the Justice Center on the left.
Oh, okay.
All
All right.
after that.
All right. Good deal. Let's see here. Ms. Milliken?
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Burrow?
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Hale?
Thank you, sir.
Judge Smith?
Thank you, Judge.
All righty. Squire Payne?
Thank you, Judge.
Squire Lawrence?
Just one or two things, Judge. The Soaky Fair is happening, starting this coming up Monday. And I'd just like to invite everybody out to come to it if they're getting time. And it's always a good time, so that's the only thing I have for you.
All right. It starts Monday, it goes through Sunday?
Yes, sir.
All right. Squire Gorman?
Judge, kind of a matter of personal point of order here, but I just want to invite all of Fiscal Court and all of department heads out. Thursday at 10 a.m. at Highland Stables, we're having our ribbon cutting for our 4th annual Birdies for Brittany golf tournament, and we'll announce that a music weekend as well. So it's a great thing. It's 10 a.m. at Highland Stables. We'd love to have as many people out as possible, and just special thanks to Pinnacle Financial, the Murphy Construction Group, and High Place of Bowling Green. I know for a fact the LS Fest is September 10th and 11th. Got about 30 Gormans that evidently now are spending the night at my house because there are no hotel rooms or Airbnbs that weekend in Warren County. So
that's good.
I have a room to rent.
It's good for
I was gonna
Holly.
say.
It's not good for me, but it's right. So, but if you can, 10 a.m. Thursday, and the event is September 12th, Sunday night for a music event we're going to announce, and then September 13th is golf. Monday, the golf event will be, I'll tell you a lot more about it, but we'll make all that announcement this Thursday at 10 a.m. at Highland Stables.
Well, I think you've got plenty of room in that house.
Oh, there's no question. Plenty of food.
Plenty of food.
From you.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, not that far
Drop
away.
off over to the
You can
judge's
send them over to the
house,
judge's house, so.
That's a good point.
Squire Cummings?
I just kind of want to reiterate thanks to Brenda Petty and all she did for Warren County and for softball in this region and so forth. Congratulate her on her retirement, and hope she does well and enjoys the rest of her days.
I hope that she, I'm not sure exactly what her plans are, but I think she's been sharing some of her future plans with some of the staff and Mr. Cummer, and I hope that they include a lot of fun. Squire Young.
Thank you, Judge. Want to send out a happy birthday wish, day late, to my beautiful wife. Celebrated yesterday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Judy.
birthday, Judy. Thank you.
She's 29, 20, 30?
29.
29, okay. Happy birthday, Judy. Squire McWhorter?
Thank you, sir. All good.
Okay. Talking about how long people have been with the county, Squire Gorman's predecessor,
Birthday date. Doc.
James Doc Kalen, was, is 70 years old today.
Yes.
And he served in District 1 for 20 years. And probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and just say for a fact that he has the record for the most people to have been married during the time he was.
Rex is trying to catch
Yeah,
us.
Well, Rex is trying to catch up with him, but I think
He can
It's
tell you,
over 4,000.
he can
Yeah.
tell you the exact number.
Oh, I know he can. I know he can tell you the exact number, but when he tells you the exact number, you just take that for what it's worth, because he also tells you about all the times he won the lottery, and he doesn't tell you about all the times he lost. Anyway, he's 70 years old today, 70 years young, and we want to wish James Doc Kalen, our good friend, a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Saying or anything?
35% are married.
You know,
Okay.
Tony's-
Our next fiscal court meeting is Friday, July 23rd, 2021 at 9 a.m. here in this building, right here in the courtroom. Friday, July 23rd. And is there any other business to be brought before?
Still department heads, not
Wouldn't think so.
Right.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Gorman.
Yeah, well, I'll let y'all.
Try to